Hello everyone, my name is Catherine and welcome to my channel. That time of the year that we all love has finally come. Well, not everyone loves it, but I love it. You know, the time when Mariah Carey is in every single radio, where Home Alone is on the TV 24/7, that time is finally here. And today in this video, I would like to share with you some tips on gifts that you can get for your annoying running friends. We all have that one friend in our family or between our friends that just cannot stop talking about his hobby, which is running, and you are a good person, you are a good friend, so you want to give something to him that's going to support his passion so that he can keep on talking to you about his passion, which is running. The same passion is for me, and because from my standpoint, I know like what I would like to get as a runner. I think that many other runners might have similar interests. So without further ado, let's get into the list. I will split the different gifts into two different sections. So one of them will be like physical gifts, so actual gifts that you will need to, buy a couple of weeks in advance. You will need to pack them, and you will need to know a little bit of information about the other person. And then like virtual gifts, meaning like all of the different gift cards or vouchers. Because the thing about buying stuff for runners is that a lot of the things that we want is gear related. Like I can name you at least 10 different shoes or 10 different leggings or another type of like running gear that I would love to get, right? But the thing is that those are super individualized, and it is best to try them in person, and you really need to know a lot about that other person in order to buy something that they are actually going to like, and most importantly that is actually going to fit them. Because for shoes, I am actually 2 sizes up in my running shoes, and even if a person knows me well, knows that I wear a certain type of shoe size, then those shoes would probably not fit me. So I think that is very risky, and that is why in my first category of gifts, so kind of the virtual gifts, I would definitely think about buying a voucher to some sort of local running shop, or like an online store that you really know that the person likes, and you have seen maybe some packages arrive at your door, or him wearing some stuff from different companies. I think that a voucher can be a really good thing. So I'm going to link down below a couple of my favorite kind of gear stores that offer gift cards. I think they're kind of widely available. Of course, you can always get like an Amazon card, but from my experience, Amazon tends to have a lot of generic stuff that is not always that exciting as if you get them like a gift card from Lululemon, for example. So that would be my first kind of gift cardy, vouchery type of a gift. Then the second one that is maybe not as obvious is if you know where that person lives permanently, maybe you are from the same town, you can search up like a local physiotherapist and get them a voucher for physiotherapy. Like for me, physiotherapy was really something which I think transformed how I look at training. Like it really understood finally after starting physiotherapy like how the different parts of my body works and how that relates to running. And it is definitely something that can take your friends or your family members running to next level, helping them to prevent injuries and also becoming a faster, more economical runner, just because they are going to be able to mobilize and activate different parts of their body more easily. So if you can find, read up some reviews online about like physiotherapists in your local area, that is great. And if that is not an option, there are also like online physiotherapist sessions that you can book. So that's the second one. Then the third one is in a similar vein of this, and that would be to get a voucher for a sports massage. Like sports massage is something that not everyone can afford. It's really a luxury. So I think that if you're able to provide such a gift for your friend, they will be more than happy, because getting a good, proper sports massage, like maybe once a month, once every 2 weeks, or even, a couple times a year, can really make a difference in terms of your recovery. So that is my last of these kind of virtual gifts. The main advantage of them is that you can get them pretty much last minute. You just print them out, put them in an envelope, and you can send even it by email to that person. So if, for example, you live on the other side of the world, or that person is currently traveling or something, you can get them the gift virtually as well. So that would be my kind of virtual gifts. Now let's move to the second part of the video, and that would be physical gift, because Yeah, virtual gifts are great, and I love a good gift card because then I can get what I want, but there is not anything better than actually holding something in your hands and being able to go ahead and try it out like immediately. And so here I am kind of going to split it by things for different kinds of people. So if you have that person in your life that goes to races, gets their medal engraved every single time, and you know, for example, their recent running time that they are super proud of, why not get them like a personalized poster with the routes they run? It can be also like if they don't do races and they, for example, have a public Strava and you see there is a particular path they really like to take, or they even told you about it, you can get that path kind of visualized, get their best time there, you know, like really make it nice and customized, and they can hang it somewhere on their wall. And I think that this can be a very kind of original gift, especially maybe if they for the first time qualified for Boston, Chicago, or they have finished a marathon that's like very prestigious, or it was their first marathon. I think that this is something they would really enjoy. In a similar way, you can also give them a customized t-shirt or a mug, again with that same kind of logic. So you would include their running time, or the route they take in, or the name of the marathon. I'm going to link down below a couple of different Etsy shops that I found that actually do this kind of a service. And none of the links are affiliates for the moment. So this is all just me recommending to what I think would be great for those people. Then if you have like a more sciencey person in your life that tracks everything, you know, it's that kind of a person that wakes up, checks, oh, I have slept, like my sleep score is 95, like what can I do better the next day? Or they finish a run, they go to their Training Peaks or Strava and they analyze every single minute of their run. Well, for them, if they don't have already, I would highly recommend getting a polar chest strap. So this essentially is something that's going to make their training much more accurate than, for example, you know, like a running watch, like a Garmin or an Apple Watch, because this is directly close to your heart, and this is much more accurate than your watches, at least from like the studies and articles I've been able to search online. I have been training using a heart rate monitor for a good while now, so basically like half a year. This is, I think, a huge key to my success in marathon training, and I also actually wear it during my marathon, and this helped me to pace myself. So essentially I knew what kind of training zone or heart rate zone I want to be in, and this helped me to, in the beginning, not overshoot myself, because I knew that if I cross this threshold I won't be able to hold that tempo for the whole race. So this was really like a game changer for me, and I would highly recommend it. And then another piece of well, in a similar vein of this would be maybe getting like a whip band or an Oura ring. I personally don't have any experience with them, but I know that a lot of people are annoyed by having a watch, having to go to sleep with them. So an Oura ring might be nice, and because there is a membership, you can actually gift it to someone. And the same applies for like a whoop band, which is even more flexible because you can put it around your whole body, like you can wear it at different places. And again, you can gift it as a subscription. I personally am currently considering it, so if you have any experience with either Oura rings or Whoop, and just let me know whether you would recommend it. Then for a person that is always hungry, so I love edible gifts. Why? Because, you know, we as runners, we need to fuel ourselves, and we are going to be spending a lot of money on like food, on snacks, on gels, on different bars, protein powders, etc. And sometimes, you know, there is this feeling that, yeah, I'm going to go for the same brand all over again, simply because, well, I don't want to be disappointed. I'm spending my own money, and there is not really a place to try out like new stuff, new flavors. So what I would, for example, appreciate is getting like a variety pack of different gels, maybe different like energy bars, also like electrolytes or protein powders. I'm going to link down below a couple of brands that I personally like and that make all of these variety packs, and essentially they usually contain like 12, 24, 7 flavors. So that really gives them that opportunity to maybe try a brand they haven't tried before. It might be a brand that you personally love and would love them to try as well. So that's a good way how to support your favorite brand and also help them discover something that is working for you, for example. And because you have the variety pack, there is a high chance that they are going to like at least one of those flavors. Then we have two more recommendations. So if you are the person that loves to get socks to people, I mean, I personally don't get it why people don't like socks as Christmas gifts. Like, I understand it if you are a kid, you're 10, you just want to get that racing car or you want to get that Barbie. But as an adult, I love gifts such as socks. And if you are going to get someone socks, get them some good fancy socks. Like, I'm talking good quality merino socks. So these are all from Smartwool. So these are actually this is the brand that I use during my marathon as well. So they specialize in doing socks that are made out of merino. They have like different kinds of socks. So they have running socks, they have hiking socks, they have also just kind of everyday lifestyle socks. They're super durable, very well made, and they don't stink. So if you have a person in your life, and for example, your significant other, they come from the run, and basically your hallway smells like their feet, and you don't like that, this might be a good gift idea for you. And it's going to be a gift for both you and your partner as well, because I tend to feel like these really don't smell. They also dry out moisture away from your legs very quickly. So even during my marathon where I got soakingly wet, it wasn't uncomfortable for me to run in them, and I attribute a lot of that to the Smartwool socks. And the only thing you need to know about that person to get them a sock is to kind of know the range of shoe size they are in, because I think they are in small, medium, large, and extra large. They also go like by women and men, so they are really made to fit a lot of different feet. And if, for example, you don't know that person's size, they also sell like beanies or, you know, like those neck covers, also some like thermal, like everything made out of wool basically. So a lot of their stuff would be either like a combination of wool and what is it? Yeah, some other like natural fibers. Sometimes they kind of envelop like polyester in merino. So that's kind of their proprietary blend. So there's definitely a lot of things to choose from. All in all, Smartwool is a very good brand. It's one of my favorite brands to shop for like winter stuff and also like just training stuff. So I would highly recommend those. And then for those people that are book nerds, so they just love, you know, sitting down, reading a book, or they commute a lot, so they have a lot of time on their hands to actually read a book, I would highly recommend a couple of books to you. So one of them is by Rennie McGregor. So this is definitely for those people that have mastered running but are missing that kind of nutrition piece in their life. This book is really good at going about the different diets, kind of showing guidelines about what is the best way how to fuel yourself in order to be a healthy, sustainable runner, how to prevent like energy deficiency, which can then lead to RED-S, so relative energy deficiency syndrome in sports. So definitely Rennie is a top class professional in nutrition, so I would really take advantage of her advice. I personally own this book. I own it in the digital version, so even if you, for example, don't already know that these people have a Kindle or something, you can also get them a digital copy. Then the second book I would highly recommend is Advanced Marathoning. It's a book that basically has the basis of marathon training. It contains different running plans. I think there are several editions of this book. That's how popular it is. And the most recent one is the one that I own. I also own it in digital form. And I just find that it is very good to kind of get the basis of how to train for a marathon, but also for shorter distances. And it contains a lot of examples of training plans based on your current level of fitness and mileage, so that you can really kind of customize it by what kind of mileage you are able to sustain. It also contains a lot of the mechanics, it explains the different kinds of trainings, and it speaks a little bit about racing strategies and have some real life examples. So by my book, a very good book. And the book that is currently on my radar that I haven't read yet, but I heard very good things about, is Born to Run. So this is essentially the book that started it all. It's a very popular book amongst runners, and it's basically talking about why we run, why it is natural for us people to run. Also, I think there are some training plans included, so that would be definitely something to check out if they haven't done so yet. And so those would be all of my gift ideas. If you have other gift ideas for people that love running, that I haven't included in this video, feel free to put them down in the comment and, you know, share it with others, share it with me, because I have some running friends. I will be also looking to buy them some gifts, and maybe, you know, you have even better recommendations than me. So that would be all for today. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe, like, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!